Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to buy a breakout that's at resistance. Let's jump right into the video. Let me just close this down. Alrighty, so today's example is going to be on INDO. Okay, so starting with the daily chart, you can see that it had a big spike up and it's kind of just chopping around up here. Made a move up, came down, made a move up, came down. So today kind of looks like it could be like a bounce day, right? To retest these levels up here. So coming into the day, these were all. I'll plot the levels and I'll show you exactly what we saw on the shorter time frames. So we have yesterday's high, yesterday's open, yesterday's close, and then the previous day's close, previous day's open, and then the previous day's high. And that should do it. Let's see. Let's go back in time and see if there's any other levels that we're missing. Okay, no, it doesn't look it. All right, so we have our levels plotted. And this is all we see coming into the day. And so here we are at the 5-minute chart here, and then the 15 and the hourly. So we're gonna have we're just gonna go through the trade real quick. Let me just pop over here real quick and get that set up. Okay, so here's what we're looking at coming into the day. We saw the stock open up and it bumped its head immediately on this level here, which was yesterday's close, 2 days ago's closing price. Okay, so the stock came up, bounced off of that level there as resistance, and then it pulled back. It lost these two levels, which was yesterday's open and yesterday's high, and it fell below VWAP, attempting to come down here to test this level. Dip buyers came in and bought this up here. So it reclaimed here the 9 EMA. We talk about this all the time. The reclaim of the VWAP in the 5-minute 9 EMA. You can go back and check out other videos for that. But it reclaimed there and then made its move back up into these resistance levels up here. Now, at this point, we're kind of just watching it. We're in pre-market, and I'm already thinking that if we break 1350, which is the pre-market high, which is resistance, then we would spike up into hit the next level above that. So if we broke this 1350 level, pre-market high day, I figured we could go up and tap that 1450 area. And so I decided to alert that because I figured that at some point today, coming into the open here, at some point today, that if we broke that level, we would probably squeeze up into the 1450s. And this is a resistance level, also pre-market high a day. So these are just lines that we drew on the chart, on the daily chart here, support and resistance lines. And then this purple line is the pre-market high day. So all we're looking for is just breaks of these resistance levels. We're not looking for any kind of pattern or anything like that. Nothing fancy here, just basic support and resistance, that if resistance breaks here, that it should go up and test this level here. So because of that, I put a post in chat. You can see right here, Indo through PM high a day, one to watch. So that's Indo here, this ticker. This was at 6:30 in the morning, California, West Coast time. And so about 9:39 East Coast. So right at the open there. So unfortunately, I saw this big spike here and I kind of just left it alone and didn't really look at it anymore. But you can see, we can watch what happens here with the stock. So it's looking very weak at this point. It's underneath VWAP, underneath all the EMAs basically, except the hourly. It's trying to hold on the hourly. So at this point, it's looking really weak. You can see that it's just underneath. Look how it's reacting to the 9 EMA and the 5-minute very well. And then what we do is we kind of come down here, chop around a little bit, and we bounce, and we go back up to test VWAP here. And after we test and break VWAP, we do a little reclaim here. And we start chopping around here, holding above VWAP. So at this point, shorts are getting really scared. But the thesis is still the same. And actually, this looks even better now that it went sideways. So once again, we're looking for that break of resistance. And you can see that through 1350 here, it was a really good trade, because if you got the 1350 break, then you're only risking like maybe 40 cents, 30 to 40 cents. And so you're risking 30 cents, then that's 1R right there, and then 2R at 14.10, and then 3R at 14.40. So not a bad trade there. And you can see that it chopped around and it actually came down, tested that level, which is also bearish confirmation. Whenever a stock breaks above a level and then comes back down to test it, that means that it holds above it. That means that it's a bullish looking chart. So once again, it's very simple. All we're looking for is breaks of resistance. And this kind of stuff happens all the time, guys. These breakouts happen so frequently. It's really a very simple way of trading, and it's probably the easiest method I've ever seen in trading. We're not looking for any kind of crazy patterns. We're literally just buying the break of resistance. So anyway, I wanted to go over that trade with you guys, and you can see once it broke our resistance at 1350, it immediately went right to the next level. And then once it broke that level, it immediately went right to the next level, which is really cool. So just seeing how the technical analysis plays out and seeing how our levels play out, it's really cool to see that. And you can see that it was trending on the 15-minute chart really nicely as well. And also, yeah, it's kind of extended from the hourly, but looks like we had a late day little push there. But yeah, so we're literally just looking at levels. And once the stock gets below that level, like in this instant here, you can see how it's chopping around right below that level. Then that means that the stock is caught up. You can see on the 15-minute chart, it wasn't extended for the breakout, which is perfect. And the hourly looked really good too. And we can always go back and reference our other video on extension. That'll tell you all about how we gauge to see if we're chasing a stock or not. I highly recommend you guys going and check that video out. We go in depth, in detail, how to gauge extension. And anyway, so that was a very nice trade. Like I said, these trades happen all the time. I just wanted to get this out there to you guys. It was a very good example from today, that the idea that we posted in chat way ahead of time. You could have had this on watch and just maybe even sent an alert or anything. I actually ended up leaving. But this is a very bullish looking pattern too, which is something we can talk about in the future. But patterns aren't really as accurate as support and resistance is. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. Please sub, like, and subscribe for more content, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.